Back from The Walking Dead, this is episode 8 of season 10 and the mid-season finale. Very, very excited for this. Very much looking forward to seeing how they're going to wrap up this first half of the season, set up the next half next year, whenever that's coming back. I'm not quite sure. And yeah, just to see what the consequences are going to be in the last episode, where I believe we lost Siddiq and Dante turned out to be a whisperer. So that's kind of nuts. And yeah, I'm still very sad about losing Siddiq. That was awful. Poor Siddiq. And you know, what is his death going to mean going forward? You know, are they going to drag out this whole Dante undercover thing? Are we going to find out in this one? You know, what are we going to be doing with like the Whisperers? You know, are they going to be causing trouble as well that they have been? Are we going to address what, you know, Negan joining them? There's a lot to kind of deal with, and I'm very, very excited to see what we're going to cover in the mid-season finale. It's a little bit longer. It's 55 minutes. So it's about, you know, 10 or so minutes longer than the standard episode. And they do tend to have longer season finales, and it's kind of crazy to think like the last mid-season finale we had, you know, was like the big introduction to Alpha and the Whisperers, really. You know, we lost Jesus and all that in the last mid-season finale. So what's going to happen in this one, I don't know, but I'm very nervous about it. And hopefully they're going to round off, I think, a very solid first half of the season in a really cool way. So only way to find out if they are going to do that. And yeah, let's just get right into it. It's cool that we're getting the backstory for him, I guess. Even though he sucks.
Yeah, sure. There we go.
So he was doing all of that. That makes sense. You son of a bitch! Oh shit. Oh shit.
You just missed it. Well,
I think she is suspicious. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh god, no. Oh. Yes! That's right. Go to town. Oh, that's so fucking sad. She's never gonna know her dad.
Listen to what you have, see if it's true, and then we can talk.
That's smart.
It's the only family I have left.
Well, then you better tell the truth.
Shouldn't have fed your sister to some walkers then, should you?
My name was Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Merry Christmas.
What do you want to tell me?
Where's Pippin? Oh.
Nobody found out who I was, so I had no choice. Encourage your paranoia.
It's funny that they've got another prisoner anyway, even though Carol had all that trouble to get one.
Even seeing all those heads on spikes didn't teach you what people are.
Oh dear.
Talked about training the militia. He treated Gracie.
You can't do that.
If only you came back earlier and
Especially now.
told them about the water, eh?
Straight. We don't trust a whisperer now.
You want to do nothing?
Lydia's still gone. We don't even know what that means yet.
Alfred doesn't know that.
Yeah, it's a mess.
She wants to see him. I don't think she's lying.
All right.
Let's hope not.
I showed one of Alpha's people that their leader lied to them, and that's good for us. We can push on their wounds, too.
You still should have told me.
I'll help you look for her, but
Yeah.
I don't think she needs to be found.
We talk about her, we talking about you.
Well, not after she got used, no. Damn. Ugh, they've been riding for like 3 fucking episodes.
I want to write that down, but you gotta spell it.
I guess, yeah. What do you got here?
A record of everything that happens to us. Our stories for the future.
Really?
Wholesome. If one of the books they find is The Little Prince, I'm out. Why are you doing a Negan impression? Oh. Is this what you get for talking in the library? Oh, I like that he came. How many times have these guys have to say goodbye to someone? It's just so sad. Oh, that breaks my heart. I'm getting really emotional. Jesus. Oh,
anything else, okay?
No, tell her.
Good luck.
Thanks.
They didn't say yes, so... Hell hath no fury like a Rosita scorned. Oh, my. Taking out some anger.
I was only relieved I happened to be crossing through on my way home. On my way back to my domicile.
Oh,
I lost at home.
he did.
I should be able to handle walkers like that. I always couldn't before.
It's been a rough day, Rosita.
No, it's not that.
You're a parent now. Gotta be more careful.
I could die.
Yeah. Especially now.
I
The
used to
dad's
think
gone.
If it happened, it happened. Did you hear what I said?
You needed help with a walker, and now you think you'll keep needing help, and I'm saying the feeling will pass.
Jefferson City.
Aw, his collection. I forgot about that. Hey, they found him.
You saved my life at the library. How you doing?
And also the guy that's been sneaking around messing with the security system. In the past, we've hung men for less than that.
Oh.
Might be a whisperer. Who are your people?
The Shouters.
I loved Siddiq like a brother.
Aw.
My family will never be the same now. His daughter will never know him.
Yeah, you little
Maybe
bitch.
Rosita will blame me, and maybe she's right too. I didn't protect them enough.
Oh, I wouldn't put it on you. Holy! Father Gabriel! Damn! You got him? When the Pokemon runs away on Pokemon Go. Oh, Jesus!
Don't move.
Good girl.
Damn. Little ass kicker indeed. What are you gonna tell them? He ran into my knife 10 times. Yay!
Hey, D.
And Jerry, this is a squad. Look at this.
How's Rosita?
As expected.
And Magna's there too. See, I'm not sure I'd be trusting Carol on missions anymore. You know, give her some time to heal.
You never came off that boat. Still not talking to a goddamn ghost.
Oh man.
I'm the one you tell. Me.
I don't know how.
Oh.
You gotta try. Right? Come here.
Aw. She needed to hear that. Couples that burn bodies together stay together.
Be careful. You'll rip your stitches.
Mercy's in short supply these days. I don't expect it. Maybe I don't deserve it.
Sounds like Rick.
My mercy prevails over my wrath.
Throwback.
You have enemies to fight. Maybe we can help each other out.
What do you mean?
Tell me more, tell me more.
Get this kid in the war. Right?
I think Judith understands if she needs to go.
I have to find out.
Is this how she leaves?
They put a trap in the road as a deterrent.
Yeah, from some hunter a decade ago.
No, that thing was rigged more recently than that, and you know it.
You gonna stand around and figure it out?
It's a very empty looking field.
Could have been here.
Maybe Gamma really did think it was there. Or... I don't know. Alpha's a shady bitch, isn't she?
Virgil. Michelle.
My name's Jeff. Aww.
I'll see you soon.
You better. Don't drown.
Be good for Uncle Daryl.
Uncle Daryl.
Carol, Scott.
Come on, I'll meet you.
No, we all stay together.
No, don't let her go on her own. Oh dear. Sinead O'Connor herself. No, come on, don't fall for that shit. What are you... Oh, no. This is the worst game of tag I've ever seen. I mean, do you all have to go in? This seems very silly. Oh! Oh dear. Is this the Horde? Oh. I mean, I've seen dirtier festivals. I mean... Oh no. Okay, I thought that was a pretty solid season finale overall. Well, mid-season finale. And yeah, we'll have to see where they pick back up in the second half with that ending, with that group of people stuck with the Horde. How they're going to get out of that, I have no idea. Will they all get out alive? No idea. Have to wait and see. As long as my favourites get out okay. You know, it's fine. But yes, where to begin? I'll just go in order of what I've written down, I guess. So the beginning bit with Dante and Siddiq and Rosita and all that, I really like the tension behind that and how sad they really, you know, it really was, and how well they kind of treated Siddiq's death and the aftermath of that. I like how they focused on Rosita quite a bit in the early part of the episode, focusing on like her grief and all that. The funeral for him was really nice, surprisingly emotional actually, that really got to me. And I really like what Father Gabriel was kind of saying to Dante, about that he saw Siddiq as a brother, and now Coco will never know her dad, and Eugene going to the funeral as well, and then, you know, offering his condolences to Rosita. Lots going down in terms of that, but I like that they didn't just gloss over Siddiq's death. You know, they made a big deal out of it because it was a big deal, and I like that everyone was kind of finding out as the episode progressed. And yeah, getting some backstory on Dante at the start was pretty interesting to see how he infiltrated this kind of, you know, how he infiltrated the group and why Liddy didn't recognise him. All that backstory I thought was really, really cool. So I really enjoyed getting those answers. And then Gabriel just fucking going to town on him and killing him like that. Jesus. I don't know if Rosita knew he was going to do that, because she didn't seem too fazed by him dying. I mean, she wouldn't be regardless, but damn. I know we've seen Gabriel have a few moments like that, I think, before. Maybe not to that extreme. But I like that he was kind of talking about how he used to be kind of a coward and stuff. He wasn't very brave, and then he goes and does something like that. I mean, justice for Siddiq. I really like that. And just how brutally and painfully Dante must have died is quite satisfying. And I'm glad we got rid of him. So that was really cool. I don't know if that's going to really play on Gabriel going forward or not. We'll have to wait and see. But I did like that we actually had a scene in this episode between Gabriel and Rosita. They actually took some time to show what their relationship's kind of like, which they haven't really done. Because I always thought it was just so weird when they just put them together, you know, 6 years later. Oh, they're together now. I always thought that was a bit lazy, that they just put those two together. It would have been interesting to actually see that relationship come about, so they actually had Gabriel do something. Because a lot of the time they don't really do a lot with Gabriel. So we got a bit of an insight into what it's like with those two. Far from perfect, but, you know, everyone has their bad days. So if they actually dedicate the time to that couple, I might actually be invested in them. Because right now I'm not, because, you know, they just put them together and said, there you go, accept it. And we saw no build up to that. So the fact that they actually had them share some scenes was nice to see, finally. Literally well over a season since they got together, but okay. So hopefully they'll treat that relationship a bit better if they are going to make it last, you know, long term. because they always seem quite reluctant to even have them share scenes, you know. They always say, oh, yeah, Gabriel's like at the council, or Rosita's ill and she's upstairs or whatever. And she's always having more scenes with like Siddiq or Eugene and never her actual boyfriend. So it was nice that we kind of got a bit of that, and hopefully they can continue to have scenes with that couple and maybe talk about how they even got together in the first place, you know, how they got to that place. Because I do feel like they've built up that relationship very, very poorly. So I'm glad that they have kind of given them a bit of screen time together, and I think they need to continue it. So that was cool, and actually seeing like Gabriel kind of snap like that I thought was very interesting, and it shows, you know, the capabilities that Gabriel really does have. And everyone has that little dark side to them, and what Dante was kind of saying throughout the whole episode, you know, no one's good. Look what we've done to the world, you know. Then we have like this, you know, the Father Gabriel who conducts this like really nice funeral ceremony, and, you know, has all this, you know, preaching about God and religion and everything like that, and then he just goes and does something like that, which I think is a very interesting part of his character that I hope they explore a lot more of. So I really liked Gabriel in this episode, and I don't say that often because they never give him anything to do. So that was really cool to see, everything with that, and the fact that I think Siddiq got a nice send-off, and the scene where he like turns and is like heading towards Coco. Ugh, really heartbreaking stuff with Siddiq. I'm still so sad that he's gone. But I think they treated his death with the respect it deserved, so that's good. Then Aaron and Gamma, everything with that. I don't know if Gamma was just playing along and lied about the location. I don't think she did. I think Alpha may have just played her a bit there. I do think Gamma's quite genuine in trying to help Aaron out. I believe, you know, what Aaron believes in terms of that. But it's nice to see a bit more of that bond explored. And I'm sure it's going to be a thing in the second half of the season, you know. Where do Gamma's loyalties really lie? I think they're going to explore that a lot. That could be interesting to see. And seeing Aaron with Grace as well, just having a bit of a moment with her, I thought was kind of nice to see him just be a bit of a dad. It does worry me when they give people scenes like that, because they normally give people scenes like that before they kill them, and he is one of the people trapped with the Horde at the minute, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I enjoyed what he got of that as well, and the fact that it could have led them to this bad situation, I think is interesting to see how they get out from this Horde. I hope everyone does get out, but we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, Carol being tricked again by Alpha and just chasing after her into the cave, I honestly thought that was stupid enough, and then they all went in. I thought that was kind of bad writing, honestly. How everyone went in after her. You know, surely someone should have stayed outside. I think that was a bit, you know, stupid. But, you know, they needed a cliffhanger, I guess, so we've got one. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But it is funny, they always include like the characters that have signed 3-year contracts in the cliffhangers. Oh, are they going to die? Probably not. But yeah, if anything happens to like Connie or Jerry, I'm just going to be so pissed off. Hopefully that'll be fine. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I get that Carol's kind of struggling and everything like that, but the fact she fell for that and chased it all that way and didn't think, oh yeah, this is definitely a trap after that long ass run through the forest. Come on, Carol. But I did like that Daryl was kind of talking to her about that and really, you know, got in her head about it, I think, and gave her the talk she needed, you know. If you're struggling, talk to me about it. I really liked that message, and the fact that she's being really, really reckless ever since she kind of returned from the boat this season. It's about time someone addressed that, because it was getting a bit frustrating, so I'm glad that kind of had that talk, but then it still kind of went wrong anyway, so hopefully they really address that and tackle that problem with Carol in the second half of the season. And I really liked the scene with Carol and Ezekiel as well, just the awkwardness and underlying tension between them. And the fact that Ezekiel still won't open up to her about, you know, his cancer is really, really heartbreaking as well. So I'm sure that's going to be another thing in the second half. So we haven't seen too much of Ezekiel really this season. There have been a few characters that have been on the back burner quite a bit, but that's what happens when there's such a big cast, you know. So yeah, interesting to see where they could take all these different elements. And then Virgil as well, we met that new guy. He seems nice enough. We'll see if that's going to be anything. I don't think that's Michonne's like final exit, and you know, I'm sure you're all aware that denies leaving this season. She's only been like 4 episodes really in this first half. I heard like rumours that episode 12 was going to be like her last one, but I don't know if there's anything to that. For all I know, this is her exit. If it is, it's fine because it kind of opens it up to her returning, but I don't think it's going to be her exit. She's only like a couple of days away, and she promised to see Judith again, didn't she? So I feel like we'd have a more like obvious, yeah, this is her last episode, and I don't think we've gotten that yet. So hopefully we do see her again at some point in the second half of the season. But I did enjoy the idea of her going off with Virgil to potentially find some weapons that could help win them the war. Good a reason as any to leave, really, isn't it? So that makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm glad that Michonne chose to trust Virgil, especially when it was an episode about, a lot of the characters are weighing up, can we trust these people? Daryl was kind of thinking, I think, can I trust Carol to go on this mission? Gabriel was like, can I trust anyone again after the whole thing with Dante? So like we saw Michonne put her trust in someone, just kind of breaking that mould. I thought that was cool. And we'll see if, she can find something to help them. That'd be really, really cool. And a little goodbye with Judith. I love Judith, she's such a badass. Really nice, sweet little scene. So it would have been nice to have her get a goodbye with RJ and a few other major characters, but that's kind of why I think this isn't like her final exit from the show. So yeah, there was that. And then Luke coming along as well. I don't know what it was. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Something about the character Luke just felt... I think Luke is his name. I don't know, it just felt a bit off this episode, honestly. I don't know if it was just the writing of the character or the performance. A lot of it just felt a bit... I don't know, it felt a bit off, like... Oh, what the hell was that? Why would a guy do something like that? I don't know. I feel like it was more so the writing of him than the actor. I don't know, the dialogue for that one character just felt a bit, I don't know, stilted, I guess. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, that's kind of what I felt about that. But still. So yeah. More of a low-key, I think, mid-season finale than we've had in, the past. But I quite liked how they kind of built stuff up and ended on a cliffhanger, even though it's not like the best cliffhanger ever. But, still a really, really solid mid-season finale, even if it's not like my favourite in years gone by. And yeah, I think a pretty good end to a very strong first half of the season, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with the second half. Lots of interesting kind of character threads they can continue to explore, I think, with the second half. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see when the show returns and what's going to happen with that. But really good mid-season finale. I actually really, really enjoyed it. Not like action-packed or whatever, but I don't really need that from many Walking Dead episodes. I feel like I really do enjoy the ones where people just focus on the characters and we have development from that. And I know a lot of people aren't big fans of that and they'll be like, oh, it's boring because there wasn't like an action sequence in an episode. That doesn't mean it's boring. But I digress. Still a really, really solid mid-season finale for me. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's Walking Dead done for 2019. I can't believe it. For this decade. And yeah, halfway through season 10 already. It went really, really quick, which I think is a good sign. I have really enjoyed this season so far. Overall, compared to last season, I feel like I still prefer season 9 a bit in terms of what they were doing in that first half of the season. But we had a big exit for Rick and all sorts, and the introduction of the Whisperers in that first half. So, there's a lot of excitement about that. But still, I'm really enjoying season 10 quite a bit. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the second half of the season next year. So yeah, thank you for sticking with all my Walking Dead reactions in 2019. Be it, the back half of season 9, the first half of season 10, or the Fear the Walking Dead I've watched in the past year, because I caught up with the show this year and reacted to season 5. So yeah, lots of Walking Dead in 2019, and I imagine that will continue next year. So yeah, really good mid-season finale, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.